Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 62 of Banned from Broadcast. I almost said 63 for some reason. It is your four usual hosts, myself, Seth, Breanna, and Nick. And it's a rainy day today, so we're all stuck inside recording.
Silent Hill moment.
Yeah, it's not foggy yet, but it probably will be.
Tomorrow, definitely.
Tomorrow, yeah.
I can't wait.
I love fog.
Until you're driving.
Nick almost died in a car accident, right? The other day.
No, I did a little spin around in the dirt.
Yeah.
How fast were you going to do that?
I turned too sharply and lost control and did a 180 in the middle of the road.
Nick, you explained in better detail why it happened. You said you like to kind of go a little bit faster there or something. You said you kind of you got used to kind of sliding or something.
Oh yeah, but I was coming home from work and it was dark and I almost missed a turn.
Flies into the canal.
Jesus.
Yeah, at least you weren't on a actual busy road or anything.
Yeah.
It was just you.
Did you get injured by it at all?
No.
There was actually a Catholic school bus. It was a short bus. Nicholas rammed into it at 60 miles an hour and killed everybody inside.
T-boned it.
It did 18 flips before it finally stopped.
Fell into the river. And then it exploded when it got into the river. It's like in SpongeBob.
SpongeBob has fucking
Squidward always exploding for no reason.
I never noticed how much SpongeBob just influenced Gen Z humor until I went back and watched some of the older episodes.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I didn't really think about it. It's funny that a lot of shows, I noticed Gravity Falls does it too, where they kind of shape Gen Z humor.
I found a new music group that I like. It's these two guys. Bree and Seth already listened to them.
I love them.
Yep.
They're great.
What's her name? Joey Valance?
Joey Valance and
Bray,
however
you say it.
Bray. I don't know how to pronounce their names, but sorry if I butchered that. Yeah, no, I've been a fan of them for a long time.
How would you describe their music? What are they, hip hop?
They're a lot like Beastie Boys. They sound a lot like...
Yes, exactly.
I think they're very inspired by Beastie Boys, which I love Beastie Boys, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, immediately as Ian told me that he liked them and wanted me to listen to them, I showed him Beastie Boys. He already knew about them, but not by name.
You didn't know Beastie Boys by name?
No, I heard of them, but I didn't... I couldn't name any songs that I had heard, by them.
I don't know Beastie Boys at all.
But anyways, point was, bringing this up, is I found their music, and I was listening to it, and I noticed a lot of their lyrics have, kind of Gen Z-esque references.
Yeah.
Humor and shit. There was that one pufferfish sound from, that meme.
Oh, yeah, I heard
a while ago.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's in one of their songs, and there's some others that I forget. I can't name. But
I know that
Tactics.
I can't speak. Tactics.
Punktastics.
That was inspired by Hobie Brown, the Spider-Punk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Their stuff got popular on TikTok.
Yeah, it did, especially sped up audios.
I always love Nightcore, so...
I mean, yeah, no, don't get me wrong, I like a little bit of Nightcore. Nicholas hates it.
Stupid.
Stupid. I had heard Hooligan before, but I didn't know what the song was. I think I heard it from a meme or something, like Bree said.
Have you heard Crank It Up?
Let me look.
I don't think so.
I've probably heard a lot of their...
I think I found that off one of their albums. It wasn't a more popular one.
The only album I've listened to is the newer one, the one with Hula Gang in it and shit.
I like to go through their actual albums.
Which album was it from?
I don't remember the name of it, but I can find the song real quick.
Okay, yeah. The Underground Sound. That's the album it's from. I thought you said Pump It Up for a second.
I think you told me to listen to Underground Sound, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. I've had their lyrics stuck in my head for 3 days now.
Yeah, I totally
another song I have had stuck in my head for even longer, actually, is that fucking you see it on Instagram a lot. It's that SpongeBob rap song.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that recently.
I'm sorry, I don't like it. I don't like any of those. I mean, I don't dislike them, but I don't really like. I don't hate them, but they're just I don't really like them very much.
I think they're good. Like they're catchy.
They're catchy, but they're not like lyrically good or.
Well, I don't think they're meant to be. I think it's just meant to be.
No, they aren't. But
I don't find them funny personally, but
I kind of do, but like I think what's the artist name, Nick? The one who did the Plankton ones.
Boy what?
Boy what? Yeah, I think his stuff's pretty cool. Like it does sound good, in my opinion. I think the lyrics are pretty creative. The rap one that I'm talking about, though, I think it's called The Bottom or The Bottom 2 or something like that. That one's not obviously as lyrically good. It's kind of just like typical, I don't know how you describe it, like rap that you hear today, I guess. It's
mumble rap?
Nah, not mumble rap, but it's like, it has a lot of like generic rap lyrics, I guess.
I get what you mean, you know.
Yeah. The song is catchy, and I've only listened to it a couple times, but it's just been stuck in my head. Like,
well, you know, Ian, we're on that good cushion alcohol today, so
that was also something that was in my head for a while.
I'm
And
on
now it's
that
gonna be there.
I'm on a good cushion alcohol.
It's me and Nicholas
I
playing
remember
games.
you were singing it whenever we were playing some game. I don't remember what game.
Yeah. Okay, do we want to get to our first topic?
Certainly.
So, since last podcast, Nick and I and one of our friends tried weed for we tried edibles for the first time. Nick, was it your first time trying edibles too?
No, yeah, with the edibles, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, I thought
yeah.
I thought you had something before.
No, Nick has tried weed before. I've never tried anything. Never tried weed or anything like that. So that was my first experience with it. And it's kind of funny because I didn't expect my first experience with it to be like edibles, like just make the jump from smoking pot or like wax pen or whatever just straight to edibles. I thought it was kind of funny. But yeah, it was fun. We only took quarters.
The entire gummy was 50 milligrams.
Yeah. Yeah, so we took quarters. We split it up between the three of us, and it was strong. Like just that by itself was really strong, but it was fun. It took a little while to kick in. We were playing Cards Against Humanity, and I slowly, I just started to feel like my eyes get heavy, and it was very gradual. Like I couldn't tell, at first, and like you slowly start to just loosen up. It's funny. And then Nick said he's gonna try a half of one next time, right?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Are you okay,
He's
Nick?
on edibles right now.
Yeah. Did you try one now?
He's
No, I
actually
already-
on half of one.
See, I'm
right
trying
now.
to get you into the conversation, Nick, and you're just kind of like.
I
sitting
know,
here.
I'm very tired. But no, I mean, they already heard my high experience, and all the funny stuff was kind of happening to you, so.
Well, you were laughing too.
No, yeah, but something about the rope through your head thing.
Oh yeah.
I went for a walk and I saw Ian on his bike, and I was like, I saw him over there, and I was like, Ian, and he rode over, and then he told me about the rope.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell
My
this story. So, we actually did record ourselves. We recorded audio of ourselves high for what was it, 15 minutes? The recording went
Yeah.
on. Yeah, but unfortunately we didn't get this part. I think we started recording after this happened. But it was by far the funniest moment of the whole night. Was we were sitting there, right? So me, Nick, and our buddy Abner, and we were trying to watch Baki because we thought, oh man, this will be like this will just make us lose our fucking minds because we're already so prone to laughing at anything, and that show is insane. So we were trying to do that. We weren't able to, but as I was sitting there and we were waiting, I just started to feel like this weird sensation up in the top of my head. Like it started at the top of my eyes, and then it went through my forehead. And I remember specifically while I was high just describing it as there's a rope being dragged through my brain. It's pulling my head back because as I was sitting there, my head just started to go back, just gravity was just pulling me down. It was so fucking weird. And I remember Abner and Nick started laughing at me. When they started laughing, I started laughing. And like, oh my god, that was probably the hardest I've ever laughed in my life. Like, I just couldn't stop. My jaw hurt afterwards. It was fucking hilarious. I almost thought like it'd be fun to do that on the podcast, but I don't trust myself to be able to operate technology if I was high, especially on fucking edibles. So there's no way.
I think the edibles was a good first way to get high.
Yeah, it was fun. I definitely want to do it again.
I would prefer it over like a blunt or something because you don't stink afterwards.
Yeah, I really don't like weed smell.
That's why disposables are nice, because they're scentless.
Yeah, like I can stand it if I'm around it for a while, but like if it's super strong, I don't know. It's not as bad as cigarettes, at least. Cigarettes, I can't stand at all.
Fuck cigarettes. That's our official message from Band from Broadcast.
I actually don't mind the smell of smoke.
No, smoke is different than cigarette smoke. Like,
No, I'm talking about cigarette smoke.
You know, Bree, I actually don't hate it. I don't like it at all, but I can't, it's not that I can't stand it. Like, I can't, yeah.
Seth's profile picture on Discord is literally of a man smoking, so.
No.
It's Germa.
Yeah, it's Germa.
Oh, that's Germa.
It's Germa smoking a blunt. Or is it a blunt or is it like a cigar? I can't tell.
It's supposed to be a blunt. Because it was like Groggy Gary. That was the thing.
Wait, how are you used to, who in your family smokes, Brie? Like your immediate family?
Bree.
Yeah, she smokes.
My mom's side of the family, whenever, before I moved down here, I would be around them a lot, and they smoked.
The video finally comes out. It just opens. Bree's just sitting with her legs back, just like smoking a cigar.
I'm not, Aiden.
Hi, Aiden, if you're listening. I know you
Aiden, we know you listen to this, so.
I love you.
All right.
Please come back.
No. Well, you can come back if you get a better mic.
I'm sure that he'd be an actual good part of the show whenever he gets
the audio quality.
good setup.
Sorry, but the audio quality was garbage.
He knows.
Anyways, jumping into the next topic. Matpat has actually quit. So
Who here actually like still watch Game Theory?
I used to watch it sometimes.
I like to watch the FNAF videos.
He made too many of them. There's like 500.
I like the Borderlands ones that he did.
You don't like or you do like?
I do like.
I got a friend who's super into Borderlands.
Yeah. That friend is me.
I actually never really watched Matpat that much, to be honest, like even as a kid.
Yeah, I didn't really either. I watched like one or two of his videos.
Did he ever make Fallout ones? Because I feel like I watched those if he did.
He might
I
have.
don't remember.
It stands to reason he could have made one or two. I mean, he was on the platform for like, what, 10 years or something?
I know
13.
he made a TF2 ones.
13? Yeah. Yeah, he definitely made TF2 ones. I think I've seen that. But, I mean, he was like running like 5 channels, right, before he quit. I mean, he's not done. That's the thing, is he's still going to do a couple more videos, I think he said. And then
Yeah.
I think he said after
A
that
new
he's
host.
just gonna there's gonna be a new host, but he's gonna go into kind of like a managerial position a little bit.
Oh, really?
Did you not watch the video, Brie?
I've watched part of it, like him talking about the fans, but I haven't watched the full thing yet.
But he's done as the host.
Yeah, I didn't plan on watching the whole video, or really at all, but it came up in my recommended the other night, and I watched it, and it was actually kind of sad, you know?
It's very sad. It's
I
very
didn't expect him to
emotional.
get so, like, emotional over it. Like, I guess, you know, he really, like, does...
Well, I mean, he was on
Give a
for a
shit.
long time. And he's got a bit huge fan base. I mean, a lot of people really look up to him. So, and what really got me was, and I don't even really watch him that much, is when he was like saying, "You like I'm kind of like a grandpa, and you guys are my grandkids." So he said, he's like, "Oh, you guys will see Grandpa Pat a little later,
yeah.
or Grandpa Matt or Matt Pat or whatever he said."
Yeah, that was cute. I guess I'm kind of surprised because, like, when most YouTubers leave, they're really jaded and they don't have that kind of emotional response. Or at least they don't show it, you know, most of the time. Like that.
Yeah, they're kind of
heavily,
very
I guess.
neutral.
I've seen a lot of YouTubers that are just like, whenever they leave YouTube, it's not on really good terms. So maybe that's why.
True.
Matpat at least left of his own volition, it seems.
Speaking of though, what the fuck? Why are so many YouTubers quitting? I feel like literally every day I get a
Because
video
YouTube
recommended.
is an awful platform.
Yeah, it really is.
But it's like so many this year. Like we're not even a month into this year, and there's so many people leaving like consecutively.
You also gotta understand there's a lot of people that so a lot of those people, at least in like from the ones I'm seeing, from the ones I've like watched, they're all about the same like amount, the length of time they've been on the platform, and they're all kind of getting older and getting ready to leave, and
Like Captain Sparkles.
move on. Yeah, Captain Sparkles, Matpat, they've all been around the same time, so like it stands to reason for them to leave, and I mean they all have very valid reasons, I think. Which is, it's good that people don't hold anything against them wanting to leave. I mean, they have every right to. But
Yeah.
YouTube is honestly a very terrible platform. They're very restricting, and the abuse of the copyright system is horrible. I remember when I tried to upload my video, I tried to upload a segment with the song Claire de Lune, which is a classical piece, which is not owned by anyone. It's in the public domain, or at least it should be, and yet still I got copyright struck for it because there was someone claiming to own it.
Do you mind if I interject here?
Oh, you're good. I'm done. I just wanted to finish that little bit.
Okay. You remember the recent, well, not recent, but the Half-Life Pyro video that came out?
Yes.
Okay, so he spent a lot of money trying to get a song for the intro, and YouTube just copyright struck the song. But he paid for the rights of the song, and they copyright struck him.
That's what I'm afraid of. I want to do that eventually.
Another thing YouTube does that really annoys me is there's like obvious favoritism between large creators and small creators. Like, bigger creators can easily get away with a lot of shit. Like, I'll use this as an example because it's actually something we got punished for in episode 58, Caden's episode. Like, weed and shit was the main topic, right? And I get like, okay, that might be against YouTube's guidelines. And I probably like should have not put weed imagery in the thumbnail. But I did anyways, and it got age restricted. And I tried to appeal it and all that. Didn't work, obviously, but I noticed that like there's other people on YouTube who do actively talk about weed and they don't seem to get age restricted. Like I know that probably like a year or so back, I think Ludwig did a video where he like drove around high or something like that, and there was like an obvious like big ass blunt in his thumbnail and all this, and he didn't get punished for it because he's a big ass creator.
Yeah, brand recognition. They're a brand to YouTube. People recognize them, and as long as their image is huge and they're popular, they can get away with a lot because it only makes YouTube money.
Yeah, I noticed that about Charlie too. Like, you know how I don't know if it's still as big now, but YouTube doesn't like a lot of swear words and shit. Well, Charlie's always like cursed like really heavily in his videos and said a lot of shit, and he never seemed to get punished for it. Of course, I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, and I'm obviously not behind the screen where he is, so I have no clue. But I kind of just assume that he doesn't get punished for it because he uploads so much. So I don't know.
Or maybe he just doesn't really care about
that too.
The money made from the videos, because he has a lot of other projects going on that he makes money from.
Oh yeah, merch, streaming, the podcast, the comic.
And I heard that he donates a lot of his money to charity.
I know he used to. I don't think he still does anymore because when he was smaller, he was like 1 million subs. He used to donate his money to charity like for a long time, and then he said he stopped because he found out a lot of the charities he was giving to were just corrupt.
Yeah, well, that's the case for a lot of charities,
I think that he's just not outspoken about it.
Probably, which I respect that. I think that's how you should donate. I don't agree with the whole spotlight on you.
I think it's good in both cases because you can, if you're outspoken about it, then other people will probably also donate about it.
It depends.
It's kind of a double-edged sword, honestly. I agree with both you guys. I think that like it's good to spread the message of something positive, but also it also kind of makes you seem like, oh, well, he's donating to kids with tinnitus or something. I don't know.
It really depends
That
on
makes
how
him a
you go
great
about
guy, you know. It's kind of like recognition for that, which is good, but it's like at the same time, I mean, it's hard to say. It has its upsides and then also, you know, has its downsides, so.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I just think that it has a lot more positives than downsides. Because really, who cares what people think of you on the internet?
Yeah, speaking of, here's a segue for you. So, speaking of giving people money and not caring what people think about you online, Bree, do you want to talk about that guy who commissioned that Hazbin Hotel video?
Okay, so he recently apologized, apparently.
Well, hold on. Let's disclose who this is for anyone who might not know. I didn't know who this guy was.
It's Verbalase, right?
Yes.
I actually
that's
have known
his name.
Verbalase for years now.
I knew of him from the, beatboxing rap videos. I didn't know who he was.
I know him from the memes.
Damn, so I'm the only one who didn't know. I had no clue.
So Ian, if you know, like the Thanos beatboxing meme that was like popular a while back.
I think so. I don't remember completely.
Okay, well that was him. That was from one of his videos.
Yeah.
The only reason I found out about this before you made it into a topic was our friend Abner. He sent me a meme the other day relating to that, and I watched.
Yeah.
Well, he sent me the meme and said, "Hey, show this to Jay, my girlfriend." And I was like, "Okay." And I watched the meme, and I didn't understand it at all because it was about that video, and I had no fucking idea. So I looked into it more, and I just went down this rabbit hole of controversy, I guess you could call it. And
Yeah.
I even watched the video, and yikes, it was really...
It's cringy. But
It's cringy, and the animation is really not great. Also, I think for like the backgrounds, they just used like the Roku city or something because like the characters are running through a city. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Roku City.
We're getting off topic. So the video was of Charlie from Hazbin Hotel running after Verbalase self-insert and basically like trying to seduce him.
Yeah.
I think,
It's-
right?
Yeah, and she captures him. So wait, have you not seen the video?
No, I have. It's just I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Don't worry, I'll describe it for you guys. I'm a seasoned expert in Verbalase porn. So
Thank you.
So
Softcore porn.
yeah, so what happened is it's like Bree said, it's a self-insert where he's in the world of Hazbin Hotel and he's running around and like fucking Charlie is chasing him and trying to seduce him, and she catches him, right? And she like ties him down on a fucking bed and then like strips off his clothes with like a spell or something. I don't fucking know. Demon magic or whatever. And like basically she just starts stripping until she's in her underwear and then gets on top of him, and that's pretty much when the video ends. He probably spent another $50,000 on the actual porn part that he just didn't show.
How did this get out?
So apparently this was supposed to be a second channel upload.
Why would you upload this?
It was back in 2021 when it was made,
Really?
but he chickened out.
The funnier part about this is he was getting less viewership, so he was starting to lose money. So the little money he had left from Patreon, he just fucking spent it all on this animation. I saw in the comments on I actually came across his Instagram by accident, like last night when I was scrolling through, and one of the comments was like, "You could have bought a car with that money, bro."
I saw that too.
Like a brand new car.
Also, if he was really struggling, he could have easily lived off of $50,000 for a good while.
He's not struggling. That was just like
A ruse.
people just talked about it. There wasn't any proof behind him needing a lot of money or whatever.
If he did, it's gone now.
When I showed Jay the meme, I was like, "Do you know anything about this?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then her and I started talking about it, and that's what she said too. She was like, "Oh, he said that that like something about he didn't want to pay his employees, so he spent all this money on something just to have an excuse to say, hey, look, I don't have enough money to pay you." But like that's such mental gymnastics because like he could have spent that money in an infinitely easier way than commissioning a fucking Hazbin Hotel porn animation. Like,
So it was by a big studio, apparently. And a lot of people were trying to say that it was this 15-year-old.
okay, that's what I heard.
It's not. That's completely just a rumor. Don't believe, like, shit on the internet until you know for sure.
Anytime
basically.
any like drama happens, just Twitter. I heard minor sex. Like just anytime like trying to insert. I heard they were underage.
People always say that there's minors involved. Usually, it's not. Look into it more. We learned our lesson from Dream.
Yeah, the internet is weirdly obsessed with pedophilia, like in one way or another.
Okay, so I actually kind of want to talk about this. It's because of the irreparable damage that To Catch a Predator did.
What? What, like on the human psyche or what?
No, like, people want to become famous for, like, catching predators now.
Okay.
They feel some sense of, like, vigilante justice for, like, trying to set up sting operations for predators, so they're doing it through Twitter now, basically.
Yeah, that's true. I think you're right about that. Like, people want to be the next Chris Hansen.
I bring that up because, like, recently, this kid, he was doing a sting operation on some in-real-life predator, and he was going to meet up with him, and
Whoa. Wait, how old is he? The kid.
the kid looked like he was 8.
What? Huh? What?
No.
Yeah, exactly. And people were congratulating or encouraging him.
Wait, 8? How do you have enough, like, cognitive dissonance to, like...
I'm saying he looked like 8. It was a small child. I don't know his exact age.
What was this on? Like, what was this? I didn't hear.
I saw it through Twitter,
Oh, Twitter. Jesus.
and a lot of people were, like, congratulating him or, like, encouraging him to keep doing it. And there's so much wrong with, like,
Yeah.
using actual children to do stinger operations.
Hold on, let's dial this back for a second. Okay, how does an 8-year-old have enough mental capacity to be like, yes, I'm going to do a fucking sting operation on a pedophile? Like, what?
So he probably doesn't, and the parents or somebody was involved, which is worse. in my
Yeah, way
opinion.
worse, because you're actively putting your child in danger.
You're
The fuck
using
is
your
wrong
child
with
as
you?
bait.
Well, there was somebody there, like an adult, that was like, I don't know, like guiding him, I guess. I don't know. It was such a screwed up situation.
When I was an 8-year-old, fuck, man, I was just barely discovering, like, porn. I had no clue what the fuck any of that meant, you know?
I didn't even discover porn until like 3 months ago. I don't even know like when I was 8. When I was
Yeah. What's this thing do down here? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't even remember when I was 8.
Nick just came into existence like last week.
Nicholas wasn't conscious until last week. Yeah, that sounds about right.
He's gone through his whole life. He wakes up. What the fuck?
Sorry for going off on such a tangent.
No, you're good.
I feel like I needed to, like, talk about that on somewhere.
No, that's crazy. I never
Yeah.
had no clue that happened or never heard of it. So did he actually meet up with them or was it canceled?
I'm not sure. I didn't watch the video because, you know, I scared for that kid's life.
Yeah.
But I saw the kid outside, like, holding a phone or something.
Jesus. This is why children shouldn't be allowed to access the internet until they're like
No,
12.
God.
No, they shouldn't.
Well, not even that. I think that they should be off the internet until, like, 13.
Children, look,
That's it.
I will always say this. Children should not have phones until they're like 11 or 12. And even then, it should be like some really basic shit. Like, I got my first phone when I was 11 and it was a flip phone.
Or, like, have those, like, what was it? Leapfrog things?
Yeah, something like really basic.
Yeah.
I won't
Something
lie.
that you can't...
Oh,
Something
sorry.
that's heavily...
Jesus
No,
Christ,
it's
you guys
fine.
you're interrupting each other.
Nicholas, or not Nicholas, Bree is going. I won't lie, me. I won't lie. I'm waiting for gaps for like. I thought I keep thinking Bree's like stopped speaking.
It's because
so I
Breanna
keep
takes like
trying
10-second gaps in between her words.
I'm sorry, Bree.
No, that's fine. But it should just have heavy parental what the fuck is it called? Surveillance.
I'm sitting there waiting for Seth to talk while she's paused. You guys have brain damage.
I won't lie.
He won't lie.
Guys, I won't lie. I had my first phone when I was 9. That's not true. I had my first phone when I was 9, so I can't like comment on that. But I mean, to be honest, like the only thing I really used it for was just to look up wallpapers and like play Clash of Clans.
We talked about that last week. How you found your old searches.
Until I was like 11, I didn't have social media, so.
I got my first phone sophomore year of high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember Nicholas's iconic iPod from when he was a freshman. He took all those
I had no idea.
Cursed panorama pictures. That's good times.
I think my first phone was an iPod.
Mine was a little Verizon flip
I
phone.
wish I still had it. I might still have it.
I have mine somewhere.
I don't think that mine would work even if I still had it.
Even when I did get my first smartphone, it was like this little rinky-dink $30 piece of shit. It was the same one Seth had, too, for his first phone.
Do you guys want to talk about the Pal World thing?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything on that yet.
You know, a long time ago, we actually talked about this on an old episode. Or I think I touched on it briefly, like very briefly, but I remember mentioning this.
Really?
Yeah, I think I described it at the time as like, it's like Pokemon slavery. Like
What?
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
The point of the game is that it's like it's like a parody of Pokemon, but like you use the Pokemon to like fuel the, I don't know, the industrial machine or whatever. Like Pikachu is used as like electricity generator or something. Yeah.
What I wanted to bring up about it was that it's basically plagiarism.
Yeah, I'm looking at all these designs you sent, and they're basically all one-to-one.
That's not even like all of them. So I was talking about this to one of my friends who's very educated on Pokemon. He went through the list of all the like pals, I guess.
Pals?
I mean, that's what they would be called, right?
I suppose, yeah.
Pal World.
The Pokemen. I prefer the term Pokemen. I think that sounds better.
Okay, well, he went through like all of them, and he said about half of them were almost one-to-one copies of Pokemon that already existed.
Okay, I have a confession to make. I know so little about Pokemon that most of these I could not tell you which one is from which game.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah,
There's
that's
so
something
many gens.
I don't have a fucking clue, dude. Like, they all could be from Pokemon, for all I know.
Yeah. Well, anyway. So, people have not like a theory, but like a speculation that they cooked up the designs from using AI, because they've used AI in other games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I thought the whole point of the game, though, was to be like an on-the-nose, hey, this is a parody of Pokemon. Is that not it?
It's not really a parody.
It's just a ripoff.
Kind of more like a cash grab.
I was gonna say, because parody law, you can parody something, but can't you not make money off of it? Or at least it's limited or something?
No, you can make money off of it. I mean,
yeah, because Weird Al, obviously he sold copies, so.
Weird Al, and then years and years and years ago, South Park made a parody of Pokemon, and they made money off the episode.
Hold on. I don't know why this is like a big deal, because I remember when this came out, I think everyone unanimously agreed, like, oh yeah, this is going to be a big flop. It just looks like it's going to, like they're going to get sued, right? By Pokemon. So I don't know why anyone's surprised by this.
The thing is, it's gotten very popular, and people are disregarding the fact that it's plagiarism and just saying, oh, but Pokemon is such a big company. Does it really matter? when people spent a lot of time making those like Pokemon designs only for them to be plagiarized.
Yeah, I get it. Like, I'm not gonna shill for Pokemon. Like, I don't give a fuck personally. I understand like why people would be mad. Like, yeah, it's obvious plagiarism.
And it's also like a $60 game, so.
Oof. How is the actual game though? Like, is it good? Like, does it run well? Ignoring the plagiarism.
It seems like majority people are fine with it.
I kind of want to play it now just to see, because it sounds like the concept sounds entertaining.
Yeah.
The only thing is, if you keep funding people that are doing this lazy shit, then big companies are going to see this and start using AI to make different shit.
True.
Which is why it's such a big problem.
True.
This is the stepping stone.
I hate AI shit.
This reminds me of a game that used to be a really popular game that used to be on Roblox called Pokemon Brick Bronze. Roblox is very known for just taking like existing IPs and just running with them and completely like plagiarizing everything. The thing about Roblox is you can make anyone can make a game. It's all they have their own engine, and it runs off of I think it's their own coding, like their own programming language, and it was called Pokemon Brick Bronze, and it was like a 1-to-1 copy of like one of these Pokemon games, like with all the characters exactly, but just in Roblox. And they ended up getting the creator ended up getting sued, and he had to take it down, and it upset a bunch of people because it was like a really popular game, and it was a big thing in the Roblox community like years and years ago, and it upset a lot of people. And what happened originally, I don't remember if they got refunded, but I think all the game passes, everybody lost their money from it. People that spent hundreds of dollars, which there are people out there that spent a shitload of money, and I'm sure a couple people that spent like thousands, or at least 8,000.
I always forget that Roblox games have microtransactions in them, like individually.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that are very.
Why is that allowed? Because like games on Roblox, I feel like could be so unstable. To like, you could have someone, right? They set up this game, it looks good. They have monetization and microtransactions. And what if the creator like just ends up having to take it down, or they just take it down and take all your money? Like, I feel like microtransactions shouldn't be allowed in individual games on Roblox, because it's just like so uncertain if you'll actually be able to use what you paid for, later on.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Like, why is that allowed? That makes no sense to me.
It got taken down and everybody lost their money. But ordinarily, I think now they've put in measures that prevent that. I think you at least get your Robux refunded. And I think you can go through a system where, like, Roblox moderation is horrible. They always have been. I think now you can appeal to get your money back, like your actual money refunded to your card or whatever it was spent on. But I know at least now that if the game's deleted, you get all your Robux back. So
exactly, that's at the very least, that's what they should do.
Yeah, but this was years ago before that was a measure put in place. I think this is the biggest game to have that happen, and that's what caused it to kind of be like put into place. Because I mean, this was like one of the top 3 games for a period.
I was gonna say, once it was deleted, the guy just went ahead and made his own game called Lumion Legacy.
Yeah, but it kind of sucked, and I think that it died, or maybe it got taken down again.
When he's not ripping off other people, he can't make good shit.
Actually, it was pretty big for a while.
It was big because it was kind of the same game. He just changed obviously the characters and the Pokemon to look not like Pokemon, and I think he changed some of the mechanics. It was pretty big for a while, but I think even that got taken down, or maybe it just at least got taken down, or it died or something, because I don't see it on there.
Yeah, like, if you want to make a game inspired by Pokemon, that's fine. But don't directly rip off the fucking characters and, like, the names and everything. Like, you're asking for it. You're asking for it, absolutely, just to get sued.
It's got, like, almost 4,000 people on it right now.
Oh, so it is still up. Yeah, I think people just hated it because it wasn't Pokemon. Because it wasn't the same. Which, I mean, I get, but people really hated it after it came out. And then I got
Oh,
used
really?
to it, I think. I think you said not really. I was like, oh.
Oh.
I was there. I'm actually the developer.
I'm the creator, yeah. But I think that happened with a game me and Nick used to play years back. It was a My Hero Academia game. Didn't they have to change it, Nick, or am I crazy?
Yeah, they updated a lot.
Yeah, didn't they change it to be not My Hero Academia because they're gonna get sued or something? Or they may have just ruined the game by updating it. Like, that's happened with a game I really used to like called Electric State, and it was a really good game. But they updated it and like changed the whole map, and they just for no reason completely wiped the whole economy. Like it was a game that was pretty popular, but they just destroyed the economy, and the entire game, like the whole entire fan base, was just in ruins after that, and like the whole game just died.
I don't understand when game devs do that. Like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, why erase everything or overhaul all this shit? You know, I don't understand why they'd take that chance unless there's actively something wrong with the current system.
I don't get it.
Could I bring it back to previous topic for a second? I
Sure.
Yeah.
remembered like one other key detail. Apparently the creator of the Power World game is also like real big into crypto
Oh.
and used like one of the games as like a
Crypto scheme.
crypto mining or something.
So you know he's going to pull a rug pull then.
So what he's done with what they've done with other games is they'll develop it, they'll release it, and then they'll abandon it.
Yeah, that sounds about par for the course for modern gaming.
Yeah.
So many game developers do that now, even the big ones.
There's this guy on Steam that makes a bunch of games. He makes I think it was like in the thousands or something crazy like that, or like 600 games or something he's made and he's put them all on Steam, but they take about 20 minutes to make. They're horrible games, like they suck. And what he does is he makes them, and he makes a little shitty trailer for them. And what he does is he puts them in a bundle, and all these games are priced at like the average, not AAA, but average game price, like somewhere from like
Really?
$10-$60, and because they're so shitty
God.
games,
Jesus Christ.
what he does is he gets a bundle, and he gets like 600 games, and he marks them at like 98% off, and it's like $60 or something like that for like 600 games. And you think, oh wow,
the hell?
that's getting like a great deal. Like that's awesome. For like this, it's like $60 I can get all these games. But they're all just his games, and they're all just like really shitty, low quality. Like he's completely scamming you. And like he's made
Dude.
like millions, I think, off of it or something nuts. Like not millions, but he's made like a ton of money off of it apparently.
I feel like Joseph would be the type to buy a pack of games like that because on his laptop, I don't think he uses it anymore, but he has like a ton of shitty ass like rinky-dink
Why?
Steam games on his laptop. I don't know.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, why do you have these? He's like, oh, I just want to fill up my screen with games. I'm like, okay.
What? Why?
And it was
I don't
completely
know.
filled up. It was very much filled up.
Yeah, he kept for years. He's tried to be like, "Oh, can I Steam share with you and Breanna?" And I'm like, "No, because we don't want our libraries to get filled up with hundreds of shit ass games."
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he would buy
I
that.
always hated that. Like, I had a friend, Ricardo, who had a laptop. I remember when we were kids, he would open it up, and the entire laptop, like, the whole screen, the whole desktop was just filled with games. I was like, feel like that would piss me off. Like, that would irritate me.
Did he
honestly.
actually play them though?
Yeah, I think he did. He was a pretty big gamer. I think he probably still is.
I mean, if you're playing them, then go for it. But if you're just collecting them for the sake of collecting them, I don't really get it.
I mean, it's kind of like having physical copies of games and just having them on your shelf.
That I understand. I like physical copies. I think they look cool.
I think that physical media is better than digital for the most part.
I can agree with
and
that.
it's sad to see, like, it's starting to disappear.
Yeah, and the scary thing is about that is that, like, it's not as secure as everyone thinks it is. Like, what if the
Exactly.
internet just gets fucked? Like, you just lost so much information.
Lost media.
exactly.
There's so much lost media just from, like, physical media.
Yeah.
Imagine how much we're going to lose with digital.
That's the problem, is they would rather have convenience over the possibility of losing all of that.
Exactly. But don't ever let anyone tell you that, like, shit like libraries are not important, because...
Oh, they are. Absolutely.
Yeah, be like, oh, you know, just do it on the internet. Just look it up on the internet. It's like, no, fuck that. Like, you need physical spaces to house information. Like, libraries are more than just places for books, you know? Like, they're meant to be places for the community, you know? If you don't have a place to go at home, you can come to the library, you know? Shit like that. They're really important.
Well, we used to use the library a lot for D&D sessions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love local libraries. Yeah, well, okay, we're nearing the end of the episode, so I actually have a new segment I want to bring to the podcast. I want it to be recurring, so every episode, probably towards the end like this, we go around the table and ask, hey, what do you like this week? You know, what's something you're into? Just to bring, like, some positivity to the podcast, because I feel like we bitch a lot. So it'd be nice, you know, just end the episode off with something nice, like, hey, here's some shit I like. I haven't come up with a name yet, so hopefully we can brainstorm some ideas for, like, a segment name.
Oh, is it just stuff we like, or is it, like, positive
Yeah,
stuff?
it's just like, look, it's meant to be, it's just stuff we like. You know, talking about stuff you like, that's positive, right? So it doesn't have to be explicitly positive, just name something you're into this week, or whatever, you know.
Okay.
Could be anything, literally anything.
Reggae music,
Reggae music.
Oh, yeah, I love reggae.
chicken Alfredo, and garlic bread.
Wow.
I've never really been into reggae much, but I see why people like it.
It's good.
You might just have to listen to more until you like it.
Probably, yeah. Something I like this week is Tim Kaine. He is the original creator of Fallout, and I found that he has a YouTube channel recently, and I've just been watching his videos. He makes, like, really short, basic videos where he just talks about questions that fans ask him, and he'll tell stories about game development and all the places he's worked, and, like, the process of making Fallout back in the day, because he was involved obviously in the first game and then partially involved in Fallout 2, but since then he had left. And he just talks about shit like that. He's really chill, dude. Just, like, I don't know, he's just really easy to listen to. And I binged, like, several of his videos over the last week or so. He's cool.
What'd you say his name was again? Something Kane?
Tim Kaine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's super cool. I like him. Sorry, Nick, go on.
I was gonna say, a YouTuber that I've been real big into this past week is Waffle Time.
Yeah, he's cool. I saw his new video out.
He's a Terraria YouTuber. I have watched hours and hours of his content.
Yeah, I've been on, like, I don't know why, I'm, like, really fixating on Fallout lately, so that's probably why I found...
Probably because there's a show coming out.
No, that's actually not why. I'm worried about it,
I'm a little worried too.
because apparently it's also canon to the lore. I don't know why Bethesda feels the need to make everything canon.
Well, just ignore it.
Yeah, if
it turns out to be bad, you can just ignore it.
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of what I do with Fallout 76. I just pretend that it doesn't exist. So.
You can always just push it away in your mind and pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Halo. Like the Halo
Yeah,
show.
just like, well, isn't it the Silver Universe or some bullshit, whatever they said?
No.
Is it
it's
canon?
not canon. No, it's not.
Okay, that's what I asked. Yeah.
Well, it'd have to be like an alternate universe.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like the Silver Universe, like it's an alternate.
No, the idiots who made that show they don't even know shit about the games. That, like, they literally just took the IP and just turned it into their own thing. It's really stupid.
Which would have been cool if they, like, had an actual passion for it. Even if they didn't, like, look into the games.
Yeah, like, if you're going to
All you
use
gotta
the
do is,
Halo
like,
IP, actually make it about Halo.
Yeah, very little research. It really does not take a lot.
I feel like they could have done a lot with it, too.
They could have, for sure. It would have been so cool if it was actually good.
It has good world building, so you could take it from a different perspective.
There are plenty of Halo videos you can find.
Oh, dude, no, I got a couple channels that I go to for...
Yeah,
when I'm feeling
Eckark's,
like some
it's
Halo.
Eckark's Ladder, right? Eckark's.
No, he's usually more like Star Wars. No, I usually go to like Hidden Xperia, Same Token, a bunch of guys when I just want that lore injection, you know?
Lore injection.
Dude, I'm such a, like, I don't know. I love listening to just like fictional lore shit. I go on and I go watch videos all the time about that stuff. I find it so interesting.
That's me, but with like Bloodborne and FromSoft games.
Yeah.
I love the lore behind like Bloodborne specifically. It's so cool.
Yeah. That's something else I like, I guess.
Speaking of Souls content, I've been watching this YouTuber called Spicy. He makes a lot of content like, I'm an Elden Ring player, I played Bloodborne, here's how it went.
Okay.
Like, I played Bloodborne, so now I'm playing Dark Souls 1.
That's cool.
Yeah, and he does like, he's actually pretty funny.
So
He'll cut down like VODs into like micro episodes, highlights.
all those games are connected, right? Or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, I thought Bloodborne was like a spin-off or something.
I don't think so, because if it was, it'd have to be like, they're two different eras.
Wait.
And the way that death works in it is kind of like completely different.
Because I thought both of them shared the name of a place. Like, isn't it called Yarnum?
Yarnum is the town that it starts off in. There's Yarnum and Old Yarnum.
Yeah, I thought I also heard that was referenced in Souls too, in Dark Souls.
I'm sure it's referenced, but I don't know if they're like necessarily connected.
I don't mean to cut this short, but I have to go soon.
All right, well, first, before we end it, you never gave anything you like. What do you like?
Yeah, because you guys are talking about Bloodborne and Souls games. Like, I can't really get a word in.
Now's your chance.
I like electricity.
You good?
What, do you not have any passions in your life? Jesus.
Yeah, electricity.
Are you having an aneurysm?
Electricity. Wow. I like
I'm
breathing.
Oh, I just clipped my mic so hard. I'm sorry. I like I've been taking a class, basic electricity. I'm going to become an electrician, and I've started taking my classes, and it's actually very fascinating. I'm very much enjoying it. And also, I just got a Jeep yesterday, so that's cool. And it's not an Italian one, so nobody call me a hypocrite in the comment section.
They're gonna clip the segment.
The entire
of you ranting about cars.
hour-long rant. Yeah.
I think I literally like disassociated whenever you started talking about cars that episode.
The only thing I remember from it is Seth saying something along the lines of Italian greasy bastards.
I actually said that to my dad today. I was talking to him about like how like I actually said that.
You probably heard it from Dad. What do you mean?
No, I mean I don't just. That's not just. I don't think Dad really hates Italian people. That's a personal opinion. I don't really like.
Do you?
No, I don't mean like no. I don't hate Italian people. No, I don't hate it. Okay, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, let's clarify right now.
Yeah, let me clarify. I don't like Italian people. Definitely love their cooking. I hate Italian cars, and that you cannot deny that Italian cars are garbage. You can't fucking sit me down and tell me that they're good. Same thing with German cars.
See, guys, that's not racism.
See, I'm not racist. I'm just racist towards cars.
He's carsist.
Seth makes an enemy out of the entire Italian race.
The Italian mob shows up my doorstep and executes me.
Seth turns off the recording and he looks out his window and
gets knocked out.
And 7 black Fiats are arriving in his front yard.
7, they're like
just cold sweat rolls down his face.
7 black Fiat 500s, like the little Tykes cars. They're all painted to look like the little Tykes cars. They all pull up.
You'd be fucked
Good
then.
Lord. I don't hate Italian people.
Hey, you heard it here, folks. He's cleared his name.
As Seth gets dragged away by the Italian
My
mob boss.
reputation has been saved.
All right, well, since Seth has such pressing matters to get to, I guess we should end the episode here.
Probably.
Are we ready?
Nick, do you have any
Yep.
final words?
Yep. Yeah, that's it.
Uh-huh.
I got somewhere to be.
You gotta go take a shit. Sorry.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening to episode 62 of Banned from Broadcast. If you want to hear more of us, you can catch us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Pandora, Amazon Music, and CastBox. You can also follow us on Twitter, X, and Instagram.
No, it's Twitter.
No, it's Twitter.
Yeah, fuck you. It's Twitter. Never mind. I'm walking
Also,
back.
we're available by landline.
Yeah, if you hit us up on AOL, dial up,
Fax machine.
email too.
We'll send you an entire transcript through fax.
You can listen to us on fax machines everywhere and printers.
Actually, if you just cup your ear, if you just put it, cup your hand up to your ear and just listen on the
The
ground.
styrofoam cup.
Styrofoam
string.
cup on a string.
the tin can with the string.
We can actually just beam the thoughts. We'll beam the podcast directly into your head, and that'll work. So, really anything. If you have ears, then it'll probably
We're
figure
advanced.
it out. You'll figure it out.
Banned from broadcast Neuralinks.
We're also on cave drawings.
Cave drawings. All right, anyways, yep. Catch us on Rotary Phone, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Go watch Spicy.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.